Even the small towns wanted our bigger equipment. They're completely underwater. We cannot see them anymore. Thanks to the crazy lady that's in the ticket box. Dave, he only needed one person. He was twice the man he is today, that's for sure.
Listener discretion is advised. Possibly offensive conversations.
Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair.
Welcome to Butthole Anonymous.
It is Butthole Anonymous, day one, with the biggest butthole of all. Say hello, caveman.
Hello out there.
Krusty the Clown, you not talking today?
I was feeding my face.
You're always feeding your face. Get that dick out of your face and you might be able to talk to somebody.
I was having me the tiniest kolache fucker.
Anyway, so we were having a conversation about getting more rides added in.
Yeah.
So, and we were talking about that a minute ago before we jumped onto this caller, before I got off, and you called. So, your plan with your Peterbilts, have we decided that that is a wrong plan yet?
He said Peter.
Well, Peter built the world, remember that.
I've debated on it. I'll start slow. I'll start with Volvos and shit like that.
Oh, so taking my idea instead of going to, immediately go buy a fucking $80,000 truck for your first one when you're trying to start, starting off with an international or something you can get a good deal on is a good idea.
Yeah.
Because a hood don't get you nowhere. Chrome don't get you home. Lights don't get you home.
Makes you look good going down a damn highway.
Makes you look good when you're sitting on the side of the road, too, I guess. When you broke down.
The more the lights, the more the tickets, potentially.
That is true, too. The more the lights, the more the tickets. Because you know as well as I do, and any other driver knows, any light that is out is just a red flag warning for any DOT cop. And motherfuckers that think they're DOT that have no business nor right to pull over a fucking semi.
Yeah.
Like people that don't have the DOT clearances.
Yeah.
But that's for another time. So, what ride are we doing? Have we thought about it?
No.
What do you mean?
I told Winston we need to start with the Kahuna. That's when I was looking at it, looking at the used rides, granted, used price, gonna have to have some work, but I think a 2-trailer fucking major, something that nobody else really has in our area would be the top of the line ride to bring back in. Start bringing back some of the classics that we can move.
Yes. I agree with you there. Because how many times have we play spots that, you ain't got that right no more? Did we hear?
Yeah. We heard it a lot. We did. I heard it more than you guys did because I'm the one who got bitched at nonstop thanks to the crazy lady that's in the ticket box.
That was in the ticket box.
More on her later.
Yeah, more on her later. But yeah, the crazy lady that was in the ticket box, because all complaints obviously went through me. Pretty much. Last few years there. That I was there anyway. But yeah, nonstop people complaining like, where's the cliffhanger? We got rid of it. Why? Because we got this new ride. Well, the new ride's trash. We agree. But we also understood why they didn't bring out, the old Fest or Kahuna as we knew it. The old Fest, as a lot of the older customers knew it, because it was such a big ride. But how many people wanted that?
Everywhere we played that I was aware of, besides small towns.
Even the small towns wanted our bigger equipment. They just couldn't hold the room for it.
Yeah, because Blackwell kept asking about it.
Well, Blackwell, we had the room for it. Winfield was smaller midway than Blackwell, and we had room for it there.
Right.
Independence had room for it. there was a lot of open space down
Coffeeville
Kitty
had
Lane.
room.
Coffeeville had the room to a point, but could you imagine trying to get a 2-trailer ride that you got to pinpoint that in that mud?
Yeah, I can understand that one.
You and I tore down the rest of the freaking Sizzler in the pouring rain, while everybody else gave up except for Craig, I think.
Yeah, it was me, you, and Craig.
And I say we're out there in the pouring rain trying to get this stuff done anyway. Anything that we could do, the three of us, we were out there doing it regardless, trying to knock out the stuff. You're like, come back in the morning. Why? If we can get it finished now. Little rain never hurt any of us. I mean, I don't know if you boys were there for it. Dusty, you should have been. Winfield, the river's on the rise. It is raining cats and dogs. The river's about to approach the bank anyway. I'm standing in the middle of the Ferris wheel. We're talking gale force winds, freaking rain sideways, blowing stuff going on. I mean, it was dangerous. We're slipping. We're sliding. Hell, the midway, all the white bars and yellow bars for the Ferris wheel that are racked down on the ground before we rack them into the center of the ride when we're folding down, they're completely underwater. We cannot see them anymore. It was so flooded on that lot. And what did we do? We tore down.
We fought and found them.
We finished tearing down. I mean, you were tilt-a-whirl at the time. So I said, I don't know if Old Caveman was with us at that time, but we worked through some crap.
Well, I mean, we tore down in, what was it, Valley Center? Where did we play on the road at? It was somewhere around Wichita, where it was, I mean, damn near sideways.
Andover.
Andover.
Was it Andover? Yeah, maybe it was.
Andover was the road in the field.
Well, no. Valley Center was on the road as well, and it was nasty that one year. I do remember that it was Valley Center.
Because I was on the wheel.
Well, Valley Center, we tore down in the rain, and in Valley Center, we tore down, and dude, I can't tell you how many times. I remember the one time when the tornado sirens went off, and we were working in Ponca City, and we were out there tearing down, and the wheel was already down because the motors on the wheel went bad that year. So we had to shut her down for safety, obviously. And she wasn't running anyway because the motors went bad, regardless. Or it was the computer motor, something like that.
The heart went out.
Yeah, maybe. I said, I don't remember. It was a long time ago. That was 2009. But me and Chris had pretty much took down the wheel two-handed. It was me and Flattery, and we dropped the wheel by ourselves other than what we had to have a little bit of help with, and that was when we pulled, Mr. Curry in to help us out for the little bit, but it was during show. I was on the swings that year to start off the spot before I got placed where I was going for the year. But, yeah, I was kind of bounced around, and anyway, we tore it down, so it was off of it, so the wheel crew was kind of helping everybody else, and I was working the carousel, and we're moving everything in. It's raining, it's storming, and all of a sudden it just stops. Pure calm. And then the temperature raised like 10 freaking degrees, 20 degrees, like, oh, shit. So all of us Oklahoma, Kansas boys, we're looking at the sky. We're like, where's it at? All the South Africans were like, what's going on? What are you guys looking for? When it goes like this, it goes from storming to this, look up. We were looking for the tornado. Come to find out, it hit a few miles outside of town. It wasn't near us, but we knew it was in the area. But then Dave got hit by lightning through the ride. Lightning struck the ground, and he had his hand on the sweep of the Rocco plane, one of the outriggers, and got the crap zapped out of him because it traveled through the ground and hit him, just residual current.
Because he didn't have his old peg leg. He would have fucking fried his
didn't have a peg leg at the time.
That was back when Dave could actually walk.
That was back when Dave could move and groove. I mean, only dude I knew that could literally pick up those ground legs off the ride without hydraulic power.
That's why he's fucked up now.
Oh, yeah.
Doing all that.
Well,
never worth it.
Yeah. Setting up the kahuna with him, he'd grab the big, long white bars that go up to the cornices and hook up to the sweeps for the top and the light cans. He'd put those in by himself. Everybody else, usually had 2 people on him. Not Dave. He only needed 1 person. He was twice the man he is today, that's for sure.
Well,
He was a
I
living
don't
legend
care.
at the time.
It wouldn't matter to me. I ain't ruining my body for that.
We all ruined our bodies for that, dude.
Well,
Some way, some form, we read it.
hey, this body ain't ruined. Just look at it. Shit.
Yeah, you're 3 times what you used to be.
Because I got a job that I got paid at, and I could just feed my fat ass. Well, at the time, skinny ass.
Yep. You were skinny until you decided to stop at every truck stop fucking greasy spoon there is and fucking feed your face at, like, what was it, Country Pride all the time or the Iron Gillet or some shit like that? You were always stopping at, having dinner twice a day?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, sir. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. 3 meals a day.
Yeah. Yeah,
Plus snacks.
at the Petros or at the TAs, eating all that craft food.
Lowe's, Pilot, Blind J, restaurants.
Go back to the
fast
days
food.
when we were running up and down those rides and we were tearing down Ferris wheels in 5 hours and we were moving the show in 6 hours. And
I mean, I wasn't
driving
like
off
as fat, but I can at
You were
least
getting
move
there.
better than I do now. Yeah,
you were getting there on the show, but that was because
I was on the way.
You employed the hide but look busy tactic.
Yeah,
So
I was pretty good with
We
it.
couldn't find you. We'd find you busy, but you weren't actually doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
How was that
Pretty good at
ammo
doing
can on
nothing
that
and
lamp
looking
trailer,
busy.
Winston?
Yeah,
what?
doing nothing while looking busy.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I was asking Winston how the ammo can on the Zamp trailer was.
I only have it once, and I realized
Stiff.
it after about the first or second pull. At least I wasn't some of those idiots that just kept trying and twisting and turning like.
Looking for the pin, looking for the R key, looking for a way to detach it of some sort. Yeah.
I think I looked under, seen there's a bolt after the second pull or something. First pull, something like that.
Oh, that was one of our classic Carni tricks, but we did it to everybody. All green help, all
we need
newbies.
to have that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to do that again.
If we end up getting a Zamparella, we're gonna do it again.
Well, that was one of the things about Dion. That was one of his favorite things was screwing with people. I mean, there's a reason why you can't have penis said to you with a straight face without you smiling nowadays.
Well, he also told me he found Danny Van Galena in a crack house. I believed that story for a while.
just like us going to trying to pull wire and help out, get the wire out and whatnot for the show, and he'd be like, "Go get the wire stretcher." Like, ain't no damn wire stretcher, you fucking fool. But some dumbass newbie would go look in the shop trailer for the wire stretcher, and he would give him perfect exact location of where it would be, like pinpoint to it, and he rode the joke all the way out to the end. Always.
You gotta commit,
Oh, he
commit to the bit.
Yeah, he fully committed. He's like, all right, you go inside the back door of the shop trailer, take 10 steps forward, left cabinet, right there. You look over in the cabinet, it'll be right there, third drawer down.
It depends on
So
the
you got
context, because if you come at me when we're pulling wire and you tell me go get a wire stretcher, I might think, okay, maybe this is something to pull the wire out or stretch it out. Not like
We
actually
were the
stretch
wire
the
stretcher,
wire. I know, but if you come at me because you're wiring something up and you need a longer wire and you say go get me a wire stretcher, I'm gonna know that there's no such thing as that. So it depends on the context, but
the way he pulled it, it was always perfect comedic timing, always. And most of the spot help, as you were spot help. Most spot help when they came in had no clue what the fuck they were doing, what they were talking.
Bitch, you were spot help at one time. We all started spot help.
I did spot help from like 16 to 25.
Some
But
of the
even
South
the new essays, South Africans, yes, the new essays, would come into this not having a clue, and he would pull it on them.
Well, no, I understand that.
Bring
but
Bushy
they're
in.
the ones that weren't actually spot held, probably, that started off.
Chris, you want Bushy
What?
in on the recording?
I don't care. Bring Bushy in.
Oh, heck yeah. Water Road.
If he can.
Yeah, if he can. Just call the. Why don't he just call the freaking hotline?
Because he don't have the number.
Send him the fucking number.
He just hung up.
Yeah, send him the number. Then he can. Or send Bushy the number, and Bushy can call in.
I don't have Bushy's number.
No, send it to Dusty, and Dusty can send it to him.
Send it to...
I don't have Dusty's number or him on Facebook. You know.
I'm
So.
trying to work on it, bro. Hang on. Ooh.
Oh no, I do have Dusty's number.
What?
We are on As the Wheel Turns. We are live on recording.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay! Yay!
Yay.
I
Anyway,
love it, you see?
no
I
big
haven't.
deal.
I have not added him yet. I'm getting ready to call him back and add him in.
Send him the
Okay.
number. Chris is going to send you the number, and you send him the number.
I'm
Tell him to call that
working
number.
on it. Do it right
Th-
now.
This?
Hold on.
Red
Dusty,
light.
I will send you the freaking number.
Not exactly legal for me to send text messages, gentlemen. I'm driving.
I don't stop anybody else. I got
But
two
everything we
services.
say can and will be held against us in a court of law.
Okay, everything you say can and will be held against you in general, but that's not the point.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Bushy is here.
Okay, Bushy, you are live on recording. We are recording As the Wheel Turns, just so you are aware and by legal statute. So anything you can and say will be held against you in every which
Yeah,
manner
court
we
of
can
law.
possibly do it. And in a
And
court
we are
of
the
law.
court of law, judge, jury, and executioner, so fuck you.
And we will make fun of you any way we possibly can. You big green hairy bastard.
Oh, it's a big green hairy booger. Get the shit right if you're going to talk about it.
I'm going to say it how I want to right now. Because you're the one fucking.
So how's y'all's morning? How's y'all's morning going?
Our morning's great.
I just sent you the number.
Glad y'all's Ed.
Balls.
Hey, Dusty,
Yes.
get over here to this place. Done went through 2 tarps on this fucking load right here. Get over here to this place. And what's the first thing the guy asked me?
Why'd you tarp it?
Why do you got that load tarp for? I said, because I got told I had to tarp it. I said, it done cost me 2 tarps. He said, well, you see all them damn coils and everything sitting outside? I said, yeah. He said, that's where yours is going to be sitting.
Were you hauling trains again?
I said, fucking really, dude? I said, I got told by dispatch that y'all are the one that requested the motherfucker to be tarped. He said, we never request nothing to be tarped here.
Well,
So,
Mr. Bushy,
yes.
you ignored the question. Were you hauling trainees again?
No, Holly goddamn,
You
I
said
got 2
coils.
little coils on. I got 2 coils on and a pallet of flat steel. And where we picked it up at, they said it had to be tarped. Broker said it had to be tarped. I get here, and their damn warehouse is outside, where they stick everything fucking outside in the weather.
Yeah,
I had
gotta
to
love
replace
that.
I had to replace the tarp on this fucking truck twice yesterday on this fucking load.
And
I
don't
love
get moving
that.
blankets, 3 of them.
Oh yeah, I fucked up some shit yesterday. I don't know if that one big coil right here in the middle have got bad edges on it or what, but it was slicing through that damn tarp like fucking damn a hot knife through butter.
That's a good thing.
No, it ain't.
As long as you're not paying for it, it'll teach them a lesson.
Well, that's the problem. I'm paying for it.
Oh, yeah, that ain't good.
No.
Well, you're paying for it.
Yeah, it just cost me. I had to order new tarps yesterday, and that was going to be $687.
Is it your
New
truck?
tarps.
Do you own the truck?
Yes, he does.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
Oh. You like idiot.
Well, I asked the dispatcher, I said, now you the motherfucker that turned around and told me this had to be tarp. Now I get here and the motherfucker, first thing come out of the man's mouth was, oh, you know, that didn't have to be tarped. But we set everything outside. Okay, well, thank you. Appreciate it.
I was gonna say that sounds familiar. It's from a time back in the day when I pulled flatbed where they're like, oh yeah, that didn't have to be tarp. Well, why in the fuck did I have to tarp it then?
Well, that's what I'm saying before. I turned around and hauled them big coils one time before and busted my ass to get the son of a bitch tarped. Then when I get there to where I'm at, the motherfucker picked the big coil up and dropped that motherfucker in a mud hole. And said, oh, that's where it'll stay until I decide I need to use it. I'm like, really?
I'm sitting here going back in the day when we used to have that actually on the bill of ladings when you're like, oh, there's got to be tarp. And they're like, well, we don't tarp that. I'm like, look right here, dude. It says you have to tarp that shit. Well, I don't know why it says that.
That's what I just told that guy right here. I tore up 2 damn black tarps yesterday, and I got my only good tarp, my brand new blue one. I got my only good tarp on there. And I took one of the tarps that was cut in 2. I took it, rolled it up, laid it over that top tarp sideways, just so it wouldn't cut up this now brand new blue tarp.
I did hear the deputy a while ago, didn't I?
You did? You hit a deputy a while ago.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm here.
Good morning, Miss Deputy.
What's
Good
happening,
morning.
brother?
Hello, Glenn.
Hello.
Well, good morning to all you son of a guns out there. I hope your day's going to be safe.
Why be safe? Ain't no fun in safe.
I give you the tip of the day. You know what the tip of the day is?
Not the
My
tip.
No, they said they didn't want to break out electron microscope and a set of fucking tweezers to find that son of a bitch.
I mean,
Tip of the day.
It was a big tip.
Tip of the day is don't piss if the wind is blowing in your face. That's a good tip.
Yeah, that is a good tip.
That is a good tip.
That's right.
Do not piss into the wind.
Of course, women don't have that problem. So it just
No,
gets all over their feet
and their pants and everything else. Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, how's everyone doing?
Another beautiful day in paradise.
Yeah.
Another stupid day in Texas going to Del Rio.
Well, it was Glenn's first day back after being off from blowing his shoulder out.
Who?
A jerking off accident.
Glenn. It was not. It was a bad co-driver accident.
No, it was not. He fucking kept missing a stroke and beating his shoulder against the fucking wall. That's Put his damn shoulder completely out.
God, I just don't know why. I've never heard that one before.
Don't you know you got to be ambidextrous? You got to be able to use both hands. So when it starts slipping in one hand, you just grab it with the other.
Speaking from a true professional's word here.
Damn straight.
Mine's too small to use 2 hands.
I can wash mine any which way I want to wash it. If I want to wash it with the right hand, I wash it with the right hand. If I want to wash it with the left hand, I wash it with the left hand. I don't give a damn. It's mine.
I can't write with both hands, but I can jerk off with both hands. With either hand.
It may
Not
look,
both.
It may look like a grub worm with a turtleneck sweater on and everything, but by God, it's mine, and I'm happy with it. Some days you wake up and it needs to pee, and it looks like you're peeing out of a hair. What the hell?
Oh, a man's favorite plaything.
Yeah.
That's why some of them go gay.
Oh, where you at
They like
today,
playing
Chris?
with it too much.
I'm in Oklahoma where I normally am by this time when you call.
Oh, damn. I was in Oklahoma last week.
Shitty state of
Seems like
California.
every time I go to fucking Oklahoma, the wind starts blowing.
Well, you keep your fucking ass out of Oklahoma so it stops blowing me.
Yeah, but you know what's worse than that?
And Texas blows.
You know what's worse than that, though, Chris? Seems like every time I come home now for time off, it's fucking raining.
Stop getting her so wet, bro.
Well, Hell, I ain't got that to worry about. I ain't found one that want to do anything with me, and I don't worry about it.
Oh, that's
Don't
your
worry,
fault.
you get me wet.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, God.
Don't start that shit, and there won't be no shit.
We done started.
Unlike
Hey,
the guy we had on the phone yesterday with Hunter. Holy shit.
Who was that guy yesterday?
I have no idea.
That guy just kept talking about taking it up the ass, no matter whatever you turn
What?
around and said. That's the first time. Yeah. Hunter had some guy on a three-way with us yesterday, and every time the guy turned around and talked, it was always about someone doing him up the ass.
Oh.
Oh, it sounds like that guy that, what the hell was his name? Tony or Toby or something like that was friends with down there at Oklahoma. You know, one of Jason and Steven's friends.
I don't know. I told the guy, you do what you want to do. I don't want to hear about it.
Maybe it was Big Black's friend.
I don't know who it was.
I ain't ever met him until yesterday.
Well,
He
At least
says
you
he
know
claims to be a Southern Canadian.
at least you know
Yeah.
you got options, Dusty.
He's from up there, almost in the Canadian border, and he drives for the same company Hunter drives for,
Kiwi Bros.
Kiwi Brothers.
I was going to say for the Pride flag and the Pride parade. I mean, is that who you driving for?
I don't know. I turned around and told him yesterday, I said, hell, I don't like the fucking Canadians. I said, anybody turn around and want to pledge allegiance to a fucking flag that's got just a fucking oak leaf on it, y'all need some fucking help up there.
Or fucking pledging allegiance to Trudeau.
Oh, no, they said something about Trudeau up there. They said something about Trudeau up there. They say he may not suck one, but he'll hold one in his mouth till the swelling goes down.
I believe that.
Let the balls touch.
I believe that, eh?
I asked that guy yesterday. I said, "Did they teach y'all any more of English instead of just A?" Well, what do you mean? I said, "Every fucking Canadian I know. That's the only fucking words they know." A.
Well, they forgot B, C, D, E, F.
And then he pops off. Don't forget about the roundabout. Eh?
A roundabout.
The roundabout?
Yeah. What the fuck are you talking about?
The
What I
roundabout.
call roundabouts where I'm at.
But
But
we know what
as
they're
the-
called, and you call it a roundabout. I call it a fucking piece of junk that costs a bunch of taxpaying money.
as the government says, though, in their studies, they say that it is easier for people to turn around and operate in a roundabout than it is in a four-way stop.
Yeah, when they know how to do it. But
Bullshit.
America can't figure it out.
Man, people at a four-way stop is like Cheech and Chong. They fucking so high on drugs, they're sitting there waiting for the stop sign to turn green.
Yeah, damn right they are. Done that a couple times.
Shit, that's pretty good.
Then what's the worst part about it is these goddamn phones. I tell you what, you let a
That
car
part is
pull up to a red light, a stop sign, or anything. First thing they do is grab that fucking phone.
Well, yeah, because in today's age, that's a security blanket.
Oh, you know
Today's
the
age,
sad
I don't
part
give
of-
What's that?
The sad part about the stop sign turning green is I've done that so many
That's all right. Earlier today, I stopped at a green light in the Liberal, thinking I'm gonna, stop at it because I don't know why.
I don't know. Any of y'all ever grew up watching them movies, Cheech and Chong?
Well, yeah.
Nah, I
Up
never
in the
done
front
that.
was classic.
A lot of people you ask nowadays, you ever watch Cheech and Chong? They're like, what the fuck you talking about? Oh man, that's American classic right there. That's good TV to watch right
I
there.
was born in East LA.
I tell you, them two together. I like that one movie where they turned around and drove the damn They drove the van back across from the border, and the van was made of nothing but marijuana.
Up in smoke.
Yup, and then they're down there in New York City where they're in there jamming out and everything, and the van catches on fire and all the police outside and everything, and everyone's getting the munchies and everything. Oh, yeah. Damn good movie.
Hey, don't forget the classic, Dave's Not Here, man.
Up in smoke. Yep.
What's the other one where they were sitting in the median strip right there, and the car was full of damn smoke, and the cop come up and asked them if they was going, how long you been sitting here? Hell, man, I don't know.
Good old classic TV we used to watch before the fucking pussies took over the world.
Boy, that ain't
Well,
no
that's
shit, huh?
That's the problem nowadays, man. People can't take a fucking joke. People
Well, they
can't
can
talk about themselves.
You're right, dude. They can't take a joke, but they can sure take a lot of dick.
You got a lot of them out there that turn around. You got a lot of them out there that'll bend over in a heartbeat for a damn pecker up their ass. I'm like that one comedian on fucking TV right there. You can't take a joke, but you can take you can't take a fucking joke, but you can take a dick up your ass. He said that still don't make no fucking sense to me. Here,
that's because they're taking too much dick. They ain't got no room to take a joke.
I don't know. All I know is someone that takes that much dick up their ass, they probably never have no problem straining to take a fucking shit. They just go in there
Maybe
and sit down, and that motherfucker just go bloop, bloop.
That's why my can't take a joke. She's taking too much dick.
That's all right for a woman to turn around and take a dick up their ass now, you know, but another man,
yeah, well,
another man
all
up
of
their ass.
all of a whole state